Morning, Sivaraj. Thanks for joining. And thanks for your emails. Is the audio okay? Can you hear me well? I'm not sure about the audio because I cannot really check it here. Yes, so they can be implemented just as I showed in the image carousel. Only thing is that yes, you can use dot then and then set state. So instead of using just one variable, use a list of images as a member variable. So something like list and then set this inside the set state. Yes, sync is cleaner. That is true. I think init state can be async now. It's perhaps it's a later addition to Flutter, but read the docs on that. I'm not exactly sure about that. But when I did image carousal, async could not be used in init state. Okay, thanks for joining, everyone. So this morning I thought I would implement a feature in my app called MindExtend. It's the mind map app I created earlier. So you probably have seen this before in my videos. It looks like this. So you can create mind maps like this and make them to-dos, for example, like this, and then set them, unset them, so on. So I thought I could. So one of the reasons why I want to implement this feature, which I'm going to explain in a bit, is the order of the nodes. So you have various nodes like add nodes, draw nodes, and set text. So these things right now you cannot be ordered. So you know they are in the order that they were created. So I want to be able to sort of select one node and then make it the order different. So one of the things I want to do is to add another button over here so that it can be moved up and down. So that's the thing I'm gonna explain. You want to know about me? Oh, excellent. So I live in UK. I am a software developer, and I've been developing software for about, I don't know, more than 20 years, I think. Ever since I was a teenager, I was into computers, and I started in a long time ago in ZX Spectrum and BBC Micro. I don't know if you have heard of these machines. And then I started doing Pascal assembly. I was quite into the demo scene. So there was this something called demo scene. You should take a look at what that is. So it's a bit of a segue from what I'm going to do today, but I'll demo scene. Have a look at this, and it explains this whole thing about demo scene. It's about bunch of kids creating these graphical animations in assembly and Pascal. So those are the things I started with, and then I went to the university and did degree in computer science and engineering. Lately I am working as a contractor for various companies. Now I'm working for Microsoft Research in Cambridge, UK. So that's a bit about me. Okay, so let me see if I can. Right. So this is, I'm going to draw something and then see if I can explain, not only to you, just to explain it to myself as well. So right now nodes are like this. And now when you select something, you get a little border around this thing and get this type of a little menu saying various things. So the idea is to have two buttons like this, up and down. So this can be moved up and down. So this can go down like this, or this can come up. So that's the whole thing I'm trying to do. Let's see if I can do this. So right. So I don't really have another thing is that I don't really have set agenda for these live streams. If you guys have like questions or things like that, maybe I can address them that in a live stream. I think that's much better kind of a format. For example, Shivraj wanted to ask me some questions, but explaining this back and forth on email is kind of difficult. So perhaps it is better if I sort of like do the Q&A sort of thing in live stream. What do you think? So you can send me questions or anything that you want to cover, then I can live stream that on Saturday morning. How does that sound? I think there's a little bit of a lag in the line. So when I say something, I think it takes about a few seconds to get to you guys. But I'll continue with this today. But for the next week, perhaps send in your questions, and then I will select some of those things to be talked about. So we will we'll have a kind of like a back and forth, so you can ask questions during the live stream. I'll try my best to answer them. I might get it wrong, but I don't know, but I'll try my best. Okay, so since I'm not prepared for that today, I'm just gonna go ahead and implement this feature in MindMap app this morning. So I thought I would just stream for like 1 hour and see how it goes. And from next week onwards, you guys can send me questions you want me to cover. Then I will let's do the live stream from next Saturday onwards in that format. Okay, excellent. Right, so I only have few kind of few classes over here for this app, and menu is added over here in its state. So I think I can add another button over here. Okay, let me find some characters for up and down. Right, that's what I want. These characters don't appear properly on VS Code. I'm not sure if that would work on the app itself actually, but we'll see. Okay, so I can generate these things now. Create, getter, local, move, right, and then this one. Right, so at least these things should appear now. They are rubbish. They don't look really well at all. Okay, that's a bad idea. So perhaps I can just use an icon. better, I think. U142, so I find the same one, I think it is this one. I think that looks better. What do you think? Okay, so now that we have that, let's see what happens over here. So for edit node, save state, yada yada yada, widget save map, yes, toggle edit mode, and so on. So let's take a look at the delete node. Right, so this is the kind of thing that I need to do first. So I need to find the can we not use Unicode characters directly, Martin? Yes, that is what I did over here. So these are Unicode characters. Rather than setting this like U+4 one, whatever, I could just copy it completely. So that would copy the Unicode character itself, and then I can paste it onto the code. Okay, so when I press, let's go back to this. What needs to happen is when I press something like this button, can I undo? Can I undo? Yes. If I press this button, then I need to know that it is operated on this node, and also I need to be on this parent. So that's the thing that I want to do now. So this is to traverse the tree and then find the children that has this child. So when I press this button, I should get a reference to, when I press this button, I should get a reference to this node, and then when I traverse the node in every parent, I can check, oh, does this child appear in this list? That's what I have to do. So if I go back, control, okay. So all these nodes, add new node, add a parent, and then something. Then over here, convert to do. I think that is something that we close to what we want. So the node is this one. This is the root, and we operate on this node. And let's go back up. on the delete node. So this is the node that has to be deleted, and I go and find the root at which this this child appears. So if it is not found, then I will recurse into the tree. If it was found, then I would delete. So that's the same thing that we want to do, because we have this node we are operating on, and then we want to go and find the place where it was found. So the root must be valid, as here. So it's very similar to this one. So let's see if I can actually do this. So undo, redo, that's all done. So I can clearly copy this from here. Right. Okay. So one thing we don't want to do is to remove these things. So let's comment that out so that I don't make a mistake. All right. So at this point, move up. Right. So not sure if that was clear. So what I'm doing once again is that, let's see if I can draw it on this screen. So let's say you have wrong color. So we have things like that, and then there could be some more nodes. So at every node, so I would start over here in this root node, and then go and see if this menu was applied on one of its children. So let's say if this is the child, then I will check if this node matches with this child. If it does, then it's fine, then I have to do the operation over here. But if it doesn't, then I will go into its children and then do the same process. So over here on this node, I would look at its children, they are these two, and see if the node matches with those children. But if it doesn't, then I will go into this node and take a look at its children. So this is a depth first traversal, right? Depth first search. These are simple algorithms that that's used in most of the applications without sometimes not knowing about it. So right, so let's say this means the node was found, right? And if that was found, then I want to move. This is a move up. I want to move one up. So I know the index of the I have to be something like this. Found at, so that's the found at, should be something like at -1. Then we have to check if at that's the bounce check, so it doesn't go into negative. Now we have to swap the nodes. So let's have previous. There is the found at. And then I replace that with the N1. Okay, I hope that I got it right. So this has to happen inside set state. And we have to reset the selected node as well. Do we have to? Selected node should be N1. This has to save the map. Okay, something like that. Let's see if that would work. Not sure if that would work. terminal. Okay, simulator. Right, so let's try this one. So it should go up 1. Yeah. So set text go up. Yep. So we have to do the same for downs, which we didn't do yet. Let's just to make sure that this actually didn't crash. This should stay here if I press this again. Yes, it does. Okay, great. So let's do the same for the move down. So as you can see, the code for this is the same. It's just the operation I'm doing over here would be the difference. So I am going to refactor this into a function. Okay. Yeah, so then not only that, I need to have a boolean move up. Right, so if it is moving up, then I should be doing this. We can do something like final delta is this. If it is moving up, it is -1, otherwise it's 1, and then we just add delta. So that would do it correctly. And then we have to change here. Also something like final fen, if it is moving up node, otherwise move down node. Then you can just call that function here. Then over here, what we need to do is to call that true. So let's have it like this. Bool move up true. Const bool move down is false. So these are clear. Okay, static. Then we can say move up node root. And then over here as well, let's call it node. It's easier, and then this should be down. Right, so that should be it. Let's see. Let's take a look at one of these. Up, yes, up, down, 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 should stay there, up, up, right. Okay. I think that looks fine. What do you think? So let me try and explain what I did. Is that clear? Tell me if it is not clear what I did, so I can go over that whole thing again. So this is our code. Okay, since it is working, I'm gonna add this to my Git. This app is not released for Android. It is not released for Android yet, but I could. I mean, it's written in Flutter, so I could easily create another release for Play Store. Yeah, if you guys are interested, then I can release that. What do you think? All right, so that is one thing I finished. So this is my Kanban board for the whole thing. So I have various features that I want to add. So this is the one I worked on now. So these are other features that I have planned. Marketing, deployment, in progress, and various other things I have done. So this is usually how I start a project and sort of keep going with it. So I can move that to in progress. That was done, and to done. So one of the other things I wanted to do is, this is kind of a bit complex. So one of these is reminders. So let's say that you have some sort of a mind map like this and want to have reminders. So usually when I have these things, I would have, so this is all saved. Yeah, and can go back. Saved, yeah. go back. So let's say I have some sort of a plan like this. This is an example thing I wanted to do. So let's say I want to be reminded of this thing that I want to do. Then I could send a reminder email or some sort of a notification saying that, okay, this is coming up, you should do that. So that's one of the features I have planned. And the other thing is the longer notes. So right now this whole thing is very short, so you can have a very small title over here, but you cannot type a longer kind of a paragraph. For example, let's say if you want to use this for something like writing a blog post or an essay of some sort for your for school or something, then the first thing you would do is to put down the title of your blog post or essay, and then the main things that you want to cover in that post or essay. Sorry. So, and then you go into much more detail. So you take each of these subtitles and then break it down to subtitles, and then it becomes easier to write about it. So basically you are drilling down into a subject in finer detail. So the one of the biggest problems I think, at least I have when I start to write something, is that not having this sort of I have this structure, but the thing is that when you start writing your essay, you don't really have the discipline to go into sort of like, let me create the title and then the subtitle and then the subtitles and then each individual. So this is sort of like it is, if it is in your head, then it is kind of difficult to sort of do that every day. But if you have some sort of a template like this or tool like this, then you can start your essays with these formats, right? So you drill down into various different smaller and smaller bits, and then when it comes to actually writing the essay, it will be like a few sentences describing each of these sub things. So, and then you compose that into a like larger essay. So this is how I want to use this app. Kind of like this is why I wanted to create it actually. So in order to do that, I would need a way to sort of like have a longer note, sort of like a note appearing here, and then I can type a big detail, like let's say like a 200 or 300 words or something, and then so on. Martin is asking if I tried to list your app in Product Hunt. I haven't. I think I will do that, but I want to sort of put some more meat into this product before I just shove it in Product Hunt, only because right now it is working fine. It's I like it, it's all good, but compared to various other mind map projects, feature wise it is not there yet. So I want to have like some sort of a defining feature, or defining what's it called, key value proposition, right? What's the value proposition compared to MindEx, what compared to other mind maps, what value proposition MindEx will have. So that will come with some of these features. Go back. Okay, some of these things that I have planned. So once I have that, I think I will put that on to Product Hunt, and you guys can nominate or vote or whatever you do there, you can do. Okay, cool. So that's all I got planned for That's all I got planned for this stream. I will, as I said, I could answer your questions in the next one, and that would be, I think, Q&A would be much more interactive, since because you guys want to answer questions, and I think it'll be much more much nicer kind of a format for live audience. So let's do that next Saturday, 10 o'clock UK time. Thanks all of you joining for this live stream. Shivaraj is asking, looks easy, systematic, can be used for any planning? Yes, of course. It's like update a new version of to-do list implementation. Yes, exactly. So that's that's one of these things. That's one of these things I've wanted to make it, because I wanted to have a way of tracking what I do, and one of the reasons why I create a mind map or something like this is for me to sort of have a clear idea of what I want to do, and then make it actionable, right? So in order for me to be actionable, it has to go into my calendar. So that is coming, that I have planned that. So that's these reminders and calendar things, they will come in the next release. Right, so I have also planned the Play Store. Since you guys think that is a good idea, I think I will put some effort into releasing on Play Store. So when I do, I will post a message on the YouTube channel, so you can go and take a look. Right, so thanks for joining this morning, and join me next Saturday, 10 o'clock, as I said. Come with your questions. Actually, shoot the questions over email or in the community chat, so I can have an idea what you guys want and prepare for that. Okay, thanks for joining. See you next time.